No trip to India is complete without spending time in Jaipur. Affectionately nicknamed the Pink City for the blushing colour of its historic buildings, Jaipur is a princely wonderland of culture and heritage. The best places to visit in Jaipur showcase the royalty of Rajasthan, and you don't have to walk far to see many of the top attractions. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 rated attractions and places to visit in Jaipur. Before we begin though, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome travel guides, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So now let's cut to the chase. And at 10, Museum of Legacies. For much of history, Rajasthan's most important handicrafts and works of art lived in private collections that were unavailable for viewing by the majority of the public. That all changed when the government of Rajasthan opened the Museum of Legacies in 2017. Housed in a 2-centuries-old mansion, this tourist attraction showcases an assortment of Indian embroidery, giant Rajasthani puppets, pitchwai paintings and much more. Don't miss the magnificent marble latticework. The amount of swirling detail the artisans were able to carve from such a strong, hard stone is hypnotic. At 9, Amrapali Museum. When the founders of the beloved Indian jewellery brand Amrapali Jewels started collecting antique jewellery in the late 1970s, they realised that some of these one-of-a-kind treasures deserved to be preserved and displayed. And so the Amrapali Museum was born, instantly becoming one of the top places to visit in Jaipur. The Jewellery Museum in Jaipur features 2 full floors of glistening jewels and objects from its 4,000-piece collection, showcasing the vast range of Indian craftsmanship. The displays show just how seriously Rajasthani people take their gold, silver and precious gems. Among the jewels, you'll see silver bands for horses' legs, a chariot fully covered in silver, embellished shoe covers and a glorious crown for a groom from Himachal Pradesh. While these pieces are for display only, there's an extensive range of necklaces, bracelets and other wearables available for purchase at the museum shop. Careful now. At 8, Galta Ji. Sources of water can be few and far between in the desert state of Rajasthan, so it's no wonder that when people discovered a natural spring in a mountain pass in the Aravalli hills, they honoured it by building the Hindu temple Galta Ji. Nestled between cliffs, the temple features a few sacred water tanks, some with modest fountains, as well as frescoes that tell tales about the Hindu god Krishna. Galta Ji is also one of the best places to visit in Jaipur if you want to see monkeys. It's home to hundreds of makakis and langurs. Daring tourists might opt to buy a handful of peanuts at the gate to tempt the monkeys, but you're better off just watching the rambunctious creatures from a distance. And do watch your mobile phone. At 7, Nahargarh Fort. When it comes to sightseeing around Jaipur, the views don't get any better than what you'll find at Nahargarh Fort. Also known as Tiger Fort, this nearly 300-year-old attraction overlooks the entire city from atop the Aravalli hills, a prime location for the structure to defend the city against enemies many years ago. More than just a formidable barrier though, this fort also contains Madhavendra Bhawan, a summer destination for royalty. The sumptuous Rajasthani building features a dozen identical boudoirs for the queens, which all connect to the king's suite through mural-filled corridors. Tourists can also explore the fort's wax museum and sculpture park. And if you're feeling hungry, swing by one of the fort's many restaurants to tuck into traditional Indian cuisine. At 6, Birla Mandir. In a city that seems to be dipped from top to bottom in pink, the stark white marble Birla Mandir stands out, big time. The Hindu temple pays tribute to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and purity, and Vishnu, one of the religion's main deities. It's one of the best places to visit in Jaipur for tourists and Hindu devotees alike. The marvellous structure exudes a quiet, peaceful vibe, offering just the right atmosphere to appreciate fine marble carvings, shrines to gods, and gorgeous sunset views. While you don't need more than, say, 30 minutes to get a sense of the space, the experience will prove to be a restorative break from a day of sightseeing. And now at 5, Albert Hall Museum. When English writer Rudyard Kipling visited the Albert Hall Museum in Jaipur, he wrote that it was a rebuke to all other museums in India from Calcutta downwards. That's high praise coming from the son of a curator and fitting for this renowned institution. The oldest museum in Rajasthan, the Albert Hall Museum, boasts an extensive collection of art and historically significant artifacts. Come for the Egyptian mummy, stay-to-see antique coins from different periods in India's history, charming permanent exhibits of miniature paintings, 18th century costumes worn by members of different castes, and a peculiar collection of 19th century clay figures demonstrating all the yoga poses. Oh, a hot tip. Visit the museum at night when multicolored lights brighten the exterior of the alluring building. And now at 4, it's Amer Fort. Jaipur is home to one of India's most visited forts, Amer Fort. Built in the year 1592, the sandstone and marble monolith stands atop a small hill roughly 20 minutes driving distance northeast of the centre of Jaipur. This attraction is best known for being a pristine example of Rajasthani architecture. Getting to Amer Fort typically involves a short uphill hike that's well worth the effort. It's decked out with intricate patterns of inlaid marble in nearly every colour of the rainbow. The fort is laid out into 4 separate sections, each of which has a spectacular garden courtyard outside. While you'd never know it from above, you can actually explore the fort's underground tunnels, some of which have been restored. This UNESCO World Heritage Site has a fascinating history of legends, betrayals and romance. But the best way for tourists to hear these stories is to hire a private guide at the Amer Fort. And now at 3, Hawa Mahal. If you had any preconceived notions about how the buildings in Jaipur look, they probably came from Hawa Mahal. A top place to visit in Jaipur, this structure has all of the distinctive architectural features that appear in postcards of the city, from the salmon-pink honeycombed facade built to resemble the crown of the Hindu god Krishna, to the geometric accents and rows of tiny windows. The landmark was built in 1799 to allow royal ladies to watch festivals on the street without being seen by the public. Its 953 windows allow plenty of breezes to pass through, making it an ideal summer palace. Tourists can learn about the history of the sandstone structure at the palace's small museum. The ceremonial armour collection is particularly interesting. You can also wander the narrow hallways that run throughout the palace. Don't miss the colourful glasswork in windows and doorways, which cast an otherworldly glow on chambers throughout Hawa Mahal. At 2 now, it's Jantar Mantar. At first glance, Jantar Mantar may look to be nothing more than a bunch of larger-than-life abstract sculptures. And very weird too. But this is not an art gallery. This attraction contains a special collection of astronomical tools started by Rajput ruler Jai Singh II to measure the heavens nearly 300 years ago. Each of the 20 or so structures at this UNESCO World Heritage Site serves a distinctive purpose. The observatory's massive sundial, known as Samrat Yantra, is particularly striking. At 27 meters tall, it casts a huge shadow that accurately measures time down to 2 seconds. The elaborate Jai Prakesh also tracks the passing of time, using the shadow of a metal plate suspended above a sunken bowl-like structure. The ingenious Rama Yantra, a circular walled structure, can locate the precise positions of celestial objects. Other tools at the observatory can track stars and even predict eclipses. Oh, a hot tip. It's worth hiring a private guide at Jantar Mantar if you want to learn how each of the structures works. And finally, at number 1, City Palace. City Palace has stood at the heart of the old city of Jaipur for nearly 3 centuries, shortly after Maharaja Sawai Jai Singh II decided to relocate his court from the city of Amber. Protected by huge guard walls, the fairy tale-like structure is still the home of the city's modern-day royal family and endures as one of the top places to visit in Jaipur. City Palace is more than a sand-coloured regal abode. It's a sprawling complex of buildings built around a series of landscaped garden courtyards overlooking Jaipur and Lake Palace. The entire property is a stunning display of Rajasthani and Mughal architecture. The current occupants reside in the most eye-catching building, the Chandra Mahal, an elegant structure with curved eaves and domed rooftops. Each of its 7 stories features an entirely different style. The ground floor is included in the price of admission, but you'll need to book a private tour to go upstairs. Other noteworthy places for sightseeing at City Palace include the Mubarak Mahal, which contains displays of dazzling costumes and textiles, the Armory, a museum-like space dedicated to preserving finely crafted daggers and swords, Pritam Niwas Chowk, which has mesmerized doorways painted to look like the feathers of its namesake bird, and Diwan Ayam, which showcases the palace's exquisite collection of miniature paintings. After exploring the palace, check out the Friends of the Museum Bazaar. It has some of Jaipur's highest quality souvenirs, with equally high prices, I might add. And there you have the top 10 rated attractions and places to visit in Jaipur. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic travel guides. So see you next time.